Oftentimes we hear of folks that plan their life down to the last minutia minute. And then there are the others that put little thought into life planning and let the cards fall where they may. I fall into that latter category. My name is Cavenee, and I'm going to share my journey into how I became an unlikely advocate for improved public education and parent leadership training. Now, I'm older than dirt, so we're going to only reference the last 25 years of my life, and I'm going to try to put that into a very succinct nutshell. I have 3 children who are aged 29, 30, and 31 years old. Coincidentally, they are still all in college working on various degrees. But I want to talk about the beginning of their school career, back in the elementary and secondary school days. Back in 1987, we moved back to Lexington, Kentucky from Lafayette, Louisiana, so that my children could attend school in Kentucky. While Kentucky's public education system was not great, Louisiana's was much worse. It just so happened that when we moved back, the Kentucky school education system had been declared unconstitutional, and the legislators were required to reinvent the system. Also at that time, Lexington had begun a new program and was beginning to implement magnets into several of their schools. When my oldest child was ready to go to 1st grade, she was accepted into the Spanish immersion program at Maxwell. This was a new program to the school district, and there were very few programs in the United States like it. Parents were automatically thrown into the role of advocacy because there were very few people that understood what the Spanish immersion program was supposed to accomplish, and this included the school board. The parents of these guinea pigs, the children that were in the program, created a parent support group, and it was their unofficial job to lobby the central office administration and the school board because they had little idea how to implement or maintain this program in a school. After advocating in the Spanish immersion program for 5 years, I became aware of a brand new initiative called the Commonwealth Institute for Parent Leadership, or CIPL for short. In 1997, I was accepted into the very first class of CIPL, along with 30 other parents. This was a parent leadership training program designed to help parents understand and be engaged in the newly structured school system of Kentucky. After 6 long days of intensive training, we were required to go back into our schools and implement a project in our child's school. And it was going to be focused on improving student achievement, involving more parents, and having a lasting impact. Over the next few years, I remained involved not only in the school level, but also in the district and state level, serving in various leadership roles and on many committees. And then 5 years later, I was losing my job as an assistant manager with a retail company because the store's location was closing. At the same time, I became aware of an opening at CIPL for a parent leadership trainer. I applied. I got the job, and I was a trainer for parents in the central Kentucky area and also the administrator of the program. After 13 years, I trained several hundred parents across the state of Kentucky. It was very fulfilling to me to see these parents, regardless of education or social economic status, gaining the confidence to advocate for their child's education, and not only their child's education, but the education of all children in Kentucky. Like I said in the beginning, this was never planned for my life's journey. I was at another crossroads in life. 13 years as a parent leadership trainer, I was let go due to budgetary constraints at the nonprofit where I worked. An advocate is an unlikely path I would have chosen had I planned my life's path. Even though I'm no longer going to be paid to do parent leadership trainings and advocate for improved public schools, I believe in this work deeply. I will end with a quote from Fred Rogers: "Strengthen a parent and you strengthen a child."
on me.